Hey guys, thanks for joining us for week one of the Little Rhody Marketing Group Facebook Live Challenge. We're glad you signed up. And if by some chance you ended up here and you haven't signed up yet, it's not too late. You still have a day or so more. We're going to keep it open just long enough for those who were interested enough to want to see what the challenge was going to be out before they actually signed up for it. So if you haven't done so, go to the link. We'll have it below in the comment section, and you'll be able to sign up. So now, a couple of things we're going to, housekeeping things before we get started. One, we're going under the assumption here that you already have a Facebook account and you have either a personal page or a business page that you're going to use. Now, for the sake of this challenge, I would suggest if you have a business page, use that one. It's going to make it a little bit easier. It's also going to help us when we do highlight the best video of the week. It points people back to your page. So you've got that already. So the next thing we have to do is get ready to start a Facebook Live video. Well, how do you do that? It's going to be one of two ways. It's slightly different depending on whether you're using a personal account or if you're using a business account. If you're using a personal account, what you need to do is go to the section that says, where you would normally put it in a post, and you're going to see a thing that says, what's on your mind? Right below that in the bottom left-hand corner is going to be a little icon. Looks like a camera, and it says the words live on it. So that's what you're going to use to go to your Facebook Live video. If you're a business page, it's slightly different. You can't see the icon for the live broadcast right off the bat. You have to actually click on the icon that says post, and at that point you're going to see a drop down. It's like 4 or 5 icons down. You'll see that same live icon. Once you get to that point, it's pretty much the same whether you're doing a personal account or a business account. Everything else I'm about to tell you is going to be the same way. So now you've gotten to the point where you've clicked on that icon. You're going to see, if your camera's facing you, you're going to see a live feed of your face. Do not be worried. You have not actually started the live event yet. You actually have to hit the record button in order to do so. We're not going to have you do that quite this second. Before you do that, we have to do a couple of other things. Firstly, we have to put a description in. So for the challenge, we're going to ask that each week you put the week number of the challenge. So it would be week 1, and then you could put Facebook Live Challenge. The reason we're doing that is so that way we can separate out the videos that are part of the challenge versus people that just like to throw videos up onto our page. As you know, self-promotion videos are not allowed on our page at this point, so we want to make sure we're able to separate those. So if you don't have that week 1 or the week number and Facebook Live Challenge, we're probably going to delete it, so make sure you get that. Second thing you need to do is decide which way you're going to record. Which way am I going to record? Well, that's pretty simple. You need to decide if you're going to be doing it in a portrait mode, which is up and down like you see here, or you're going to do it in landscape mode, like you see this way, which is going side to side. The reason I'm mentioning this is you can't change it during the once the recording has started. So for instance, if you wanted to record an event, you probably more likely want to have it in landscape mode so that you can see the width of the room. If you're just focusing on yourself, you can absolutely do it in portrait mode. It won't hurt a thing. But decide that. Second thing you want to do is have a list of bullet points for what you want to talk about. I know a lot of us think that we can wing it, and just trust me on this one. Anytime you try to wing it, it doesn't come out the way you want it to come out. So you don't have to write out a full script because that'll sound too rehearsed, but definitely have some bullet points that you can look at, so that way you know what you want to talk about, and you don't get all lost and off track, so to speak. Because otherwise that can be a rambling video itself. So for week 1, what we're going to do as far as a video is going to be, we're going to have you introduce yourself and tell us about your business. It doesn't have to be a long video. It can be a couple minutes. Matter of fact, best practice is to try to keep your Facebook Lives under 5 to 10 minutes tops if you're going on a long piece of video, a long piece of information you're going with. I wouldn't let it go more than 10 minutes. You start to lose people when you get past that point. So try to keep it, as a rule, 3 to 5. If you need to go on the long side, 10. And if you only do a minute, that's great. That's fine too. Especially when you're first starting out. Do what you're comfortable with. And don't worry if you don't like the video, there's an option after you've recorded it to change it, to delete it and start over again, which means that only the people that saw it while it was actually live will ever see it. So if you stumble, don't worry about it. A lot of people are accepting of the fact that because it's a Facebook Live video, it's not going to be perfect. So you've logged in, you've got your talking points. The next thing to do is look for the little icon on the right-hand side. Or if you're going in landscape mode, it's on the right-hand side. If you're in portrait mode, it'll be at the bottom of the screen. That's the start icon. In some cases, it'll give you a 3-second countdown to let you know that you're about to go live. I noticed on my iPad it doesn't do that, but I noticed with my phone it does do that. Once that timer has stopped or counted down to 0, you are now officially live. So what you're going to do is, like I said, for the week number 1, you're just going to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your business. And that's really all there is to worry about the first week. Once you've completed that part of the video, there's going to be you're just going to hit that same icon again and stop the video. At that point, you are going to get an option to publish it to your page or to save it to your page. So if you like what you did, hit that save button. It's going to save it to whatever page you started on, whether it was your personal page or your business page. Once you've done that, we have one more step you have to do in order to be part of the challenge. You got to share it over to the Facebook Live challenge page, or not the page, but the Little Rhody Marketing Group page, excuse me. So that way we can see it, because we can't hunt all over Facebook to try to find this for you. You actually have to post it with us. It's a pretty easy thing. You just go in and share it as if you'd share anything else, and you're going to have an opportunity. Instead of sharing it to everyone, it's usually somewhere down on the list. It'll say share to group or share to page. In this case, you're going to hit share to page. Type in the words Little Rhody Marketing Group. You'll see the page that you're a part of, signed up for. Share it to that, and it'll come up on the main page, and we'll be able to see it at that point. Now, we do ask a couple of things. This being a Monday, we ask that you finish up whatever live video you want to do by Wednesday. That way it gives us Thursday to go through all those videos and see them and pick the one we're going to highlight on Friday of the week. Great thing about that is we're going to highlight that, and we get to tell people more about your business. It's going to get you a little bit more exposure in the group, and it'll also allow people to track back to your page for your business if you have a business page. That's why I suggested earlier, if you have a business page, it's going to be better to post on that. So now you've ended it, you've posted it. That's pretty much all you have to do for this week. But like I said, we're starting at ground zero here, so don't feel like it has to be perfect. Just realize that the act of doing it is one step closer to getting better at it. So have fun. If you have any questions, reach out to us. And otherwise, we will see you in week 2.